Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Parshas Tahara, which is Parshas Mitzoira, Shabbos Hagodol, the Shabbos before Pesach, and also the Shabbos before the Rebbe's 120th birthday, Alef Nissan, this coming week. A small point of a mimer that we spoke about. We've studied this mimer, Bayem Ashtei Asariyim, the mimer that talks about the Nasi. The 11th day is the Nasi of Asher. And the famous Medrash the Rebbe quotes of the king that comes into a city full of his ministers and people that are watching the king and his entourage enter the city, looking for different people to connect to of the king's entourage that can maybe benefit the most. And one says, I'll take the duke, I'll take the minister, I'll take the general. And the wise person, the Medrash says, Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king himself. And the Rebbe goes into discuss why is the person called wise, and what does it mean to choose the king himself? What does it mean to a person who chooses a minister, i.e. trying to find something or someone that can help them in their own personal agenda. And the point of Anan Nasiv Malka, like we've discussed many times, is deeper than just I choose the king, but I choose what it means to have a relationship only with the king. I want to choose what is the inner intention of creation, what's the inner intention of my purpose here in this world, and what does the king want from me. And it's not necessary about it's not even about the math of how I end up receiving more. You may receive less. The Rebbe goes into discussions. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to receive more. It doesn't necessarily mean you will have more. It means basically you will be connected to the purpose. You'll be connected to the Kavanah. You'll be plugged in directly with what you're supposed to be doing in this world, what Hashem wants from you. And in that Maimon, the Rebbe says a very interesting point that I want to just add to, is that when a person may think that the idea that Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king, is something that we gradually reach to, that after a person elevates and gets a higher level of awareness and a higher level of purpose in life, so you could say, oh, now Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king. And the Rebbe says that's not the case. A person that has the attitude that I choose the king is like the child who's standing by the t-ball, who says, I'm not playing baseball, I'm going to the major leagues. Yes, I don't know how to throw a ball, I don't even know how to catch, I don't know how to hit without the t-ball. But this is all about playing in the major leagues. Even if the Rebbe says a person's on the lowest, most basic level, and that doesn't have to be just an age. We have our spiritual age, the beginning of our spiritual, godly journey. A person says, Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king. Right now that may be something small, putting on tefillin every day, lighting Shabbos candles, learning a little more, doing more mitzvahs, building up in my knowledge and my relationship to Hashem, my davening. But this is all about I choose the king. Now, Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king, is something that is not about time, it's not about where you're holding, it's a question of attitude. And as you get closer to Hashem, as we get closer to the king, we understand and appreciate what it means, Anan Nasiv Malka, I choose the king. And the Rebbe says, it finishes off the Maimon, that what empowers us to have that kind of focus and realization is the truth is, at the end of the day, God chooses us. God doesn't choose us because of any reason. That God doesn't have a personal agenda either. God chooses us because He chooses us. God chose us from all the nations, not because we're more capable, not because we could do a better job. He chose us, He chose our bodies, He chose our souls. He chose us to be the ones who serve Him here in this world. And when we realize that, we say, we choose you. And that's what the Mimer is about. And it finishes off, Mamish, fantastic about a person's relationship. And that's what the Rebbe's message really was. Celebrating 120 years. The Rebbe was all about Anan Nasiv Malka. Why are we here? What do we have to do? And our goal is to bring Mashiach, to bring the revelation, to bring the world to a better place, to bring the world to a holier place, to bring the world to a pure place, the Parshas Tahara. Like the song that just came out now, again redone from Shlomo Shabbat, that Avram Fried says, that Melech HaOlam, Maloch HaLaretz Kevodo, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Melech Vani Avdo. Hashem is our king, and we are His servant. Good Shabbos, everyone, and have a meaningful Alef Nissan and Freilich Pesach.